Kenneth Swazo is the director of the Office of Research and a professor of philosophy at the Department of History and Philosophy at North-South University. He has taught previously in the US at the University of Alaska, Fairbanks, and in Saudi Arabia at Al Faisal University, Riyadh. He taught there as a professor of philosophy and biomedical ethics, and he was also the acting dean of the College of Science and General Studies. He specializes in ethics, in international affairs, recent European philosophy, and biomedical ethics.
The way in which you phrase the prompt will prejudice the answer that you get. So she's phrasing the prompt in such a way that she expects it to issue an answer consistent with the way she would ask a question to a human being, because she believes that it's capable of having personality in the sense of personhood. Now, why did I flag the word think? Go ahead, answer, anybody.
Because AI cannot think.
An AI is not capable of thinking if it does not have consciousness, and it is not capable of understanding. It is not capable of thinking in the way in which we normally speak of that in human experience. So the problem is, for me, that as a philosopher trained with a PhD, she already begins with a problematic prompt here by asking a question in the way in which it's anthropomimetic. The word anthropomimetic means that it's mimicking the way in which humans speak. So if you mimic the way in which humans speak, you expect that the chatbot will reply or respond in a way in which a human responds. And then you, who are the one getting the response, may well think, wow, I'm getting somebody in that machine with a mind, with understanding, capable of thinking, and getting me to learn whatever it is that I want to learn, when that may not be the case. So if we were to rephrase the question in such a way that does not prejudice the machine to respond in a particular way, how might we say that? We don't want to use the word you. We don't want to use the word think. We'd have to rephrase it in such a way that we get the answer that we want, or we think we might want, without phrasing it in this particular way.
It doesn't have emotion, but it seems that it has emotions. It doesn't have a personality, but it seems that it has some personality, likely that way. So that's my take on from here.
So why can't we recognize when they're working with so many data and finding a new pattern which we might not have found? Like when AI creating some graphic design or something, in reality, probably some of us would have struggled to create that.
Yeah.
So we consider this AI created that. So that's how creativity, probably a definition coming into our mind. So I think, I don't know. I understand this is a machine itself, but it's such a capable machine that it might change some of the definitions we are thinking about.
The Israeli Hasbara, the project, which is particularly designed to changing the narrative in the LLM language and everywhere.
For everybody who doesn't know, Hasbara here means propaganda.
Yes, yeah. So that is kind of like the thing. So I believe that they have the every functionality to change the paradigm. I mean, in terms of the human being, we want to, maybe sometimes we want to just change the grammatical error, or maybe we are just trying to make the sentence more nice. But in the underneath, they are trying to make it on their basis, that how this LLM wants to. And why this LLM wants to do it? Because those LLM has been trained by certain kind of particular platform, anywhere. I mean, you can totally get the comparison between the Grok and the Claude, because Grok is the more about conservative the viewpoint, where Claude is trying to be much more the liberal viewpoint. So these things, I think it has been working on there. That is my basically viewpoint about the paradigm shift.
Animated by whatever it is that allows the rationality and the animality to work together. Anil Seth, as a neuroscientist, is saying something like life is required for consciousness. We're not able to establish that by any significant evidence at the moment, but the idea is that we would have to have that.
What are companies for? Is it for promoting patriotism, or is it for profit? The obvious answer is for profit. So if it is for profit, I argue that kind of use of national emblems was inappropriate. So any product that takes away the job of thinking away from us, in my view, cannot be reinvigorating thinking, cannot be creative, nor has ask this question, is it paradigm shifting? I would even say, is it really creative? I don't really think it is creative. I'll use another simple example. I'm sure all of us in some way are facing this, that I would like to draft an email. The Google service will offer me some predictive text, which sometimes can be useful, but in most of the cases it could be very boring. Because how does the machine know what I am going to write? What is my thinking? I might be very angry. I might want to propose somebody. I might want to have a cup of coffee with somebody. So depending on what my motive is, my choice of words will differ. And as a student of law, I know how much value certain simple rephrasing can add or detract from a document. So whatever AI tools should have been there for, that they will be used by us for doing certain tasks, which for human being is just tedious, which is just maybe not so valuable, but they should not be treated as creator of some ideas or propagator of certain ideas. Once they assume these roles, our lives will be more complex. We will create another sort of confusion that really makes me worry. So these are very subjective thoughts. These are uninformed thoughts. I'm trying to read on AI. Hopefully in the next 5 years, I will know a little bit more. But these are just my thoughts on Mom's presentation.